up, YouTube? It's your girl Chloe back with another video. As you can see, it's a couple things that changed on the channel, which will be my name. And my name on YouTube is now Ari J. Some pronounce it as R-E-J. I changed it to that because I felt like it'll be more of a personal experience when watching my channel, because my real name is not Chloe Dollars or Chloe Banks. Of course, it's Ariana. So today is very special because y'all are getting a 2-in-1 video. I recorded a beginner friendly no eyeshadow look, and also we will be going into story time about an happy ending at the masseuse. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow my Instagram at DMVCHLO. And well, if there's no end, we're just going to get into the video. Thanks for watching. All right, my girls, we're going to start with filling in our eyebrows. The brow pencil that I use is from Morphe in the shade Chocolate Mousse. And in this scene, you'll just see me lining the bottom of my brow and extending it out. What I like to do is make my eyebrows, or draw my eyebrows on just a little bit bigger than my natural brow, because I can cut down my eyebrows with the concealer. My eyebrow preference is bold and dark. I just like that for my preference. Everybody's preference is different, so you don't have to make your eyebrow. All right, my girls, so now we're going to conceal our eyebrows. The concealer that I will be using today will be e.l.f. Camo in the shade Chestnut. What I do is basically apply just a little bit of the concealer on the back of my hand, and I take my square flat brush from Morphe and I begin concealing my eyebrows. Now, with concealing my eyebrows, you're going to see me trim them down. You see how big and bold they are now. They're going to still be bold, but they're actually going to be smaller. That is what I was saying in the beginning of the video. That is what concealer is for. I try not to use a lot of concealer, but I use enough of it to conceal what I don't want on my eyebrow, if that makes sense. Okay, so after concealing the eyebrow, I just take my Real Technique buffer brush and begin to buff out and blend in that concealer under my eyebrow and all over my eyelid, because again, this will be a no eyeshadow look. And you'll just see me doing the same thing to this eyebrow that I did with the first eyebrow. All right, now it's time to prime the face. The primer that I used is Milk Hydro. I really love this primer. It gives me the feeling that it makes the makeup stay in place all day. It doesn't move. I don't sweat, and it keeps me matte. Far as moisturizer, I use their moisturizer as well. The foundation that I will be using today will be my Anastasia Luminous foundation in the shade 440C. That's a bit darker than me, but I like to use darker foundations and use a brighter highlight. That way it gives off, it will balance it out completely. And the brush that I'm using is my Morphe buffer brush as well. Okay, so now I'm going to blend out all of this foundation and blend. I'm actually pushing the foundation into my skin. I'm never swiping or dragging the foundation, because that will definitely give you streaks in your face, and we don't want that because we are baddies. So I'm basically just pressing it in, blend, And I'm going to actually do a second coat of foundation, because it's not so, I'm so used to using Huda foundation, and that is very full coverage. The Luminous is not that full coverage, but the second coat always does it for me. Alright, so the next step is now for the highlighting and contour. And for my highlighting today, I will be using Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Nipple or Nepal. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I'll just do a bit of highlighting under my eye, down the brim of my nose, my forehead, and my chin. And then I will take my another Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Cameron and contour my cheeks, forehead, the side of my face, and under my jawline so that I can get a snatched face. I take my beauty blender and I spray it with Mario Badescu cucumber and green tea spray. And honestly, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce his last name. But yeah, that's the spray that I use. I wet the beauty blender because it moves the concealer better when, for me, this is just my preference. I see other MUAs doing this as well, and I do like this technique. With a damp beauty blender, you're blending out your highlight. I feel like it just gives like a smoother application. As you can see, I did not like the outcome of my Juvia's Place foundation stick, so I went in over with my Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I'm just going to take that shade and just put it over the Juvia's Place and where I had the Juvia's Place nipple at, and just blend that right on in. The highlight, I don't know, it was giving me a bit of an ash look. Now is, I think the Born This Way is kind of toning it, but I believe that it was a little too bright for me, so this is the look that I'm going for. Key to great highlighting and contouring is blend, blend, blend. We have to blend that out. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my Morphe brush in E4 and blend my contour out. And how I do that is I brush upward. I pat upward because this is a angled brush. I just pat upward, and I still pat into the skin, but I pat up into the highlight so that it can all come together seamlessly. Alright, my girls, now it's time to set your highlight. I set with Revolution in the shade Banana Deep, and I use my Morphe M536 brush to go ahead and just set my under eye, my nose, my forehead, and my chin. I take the powder and I pat it in, and I just let it sit for a while, just so that it can keep my concealer in place and so that my concealer does not move and I would still have a natural light. I highly recommend Banana Deep or just Revolution. It's very, very light. It doesn't give you any flashback, and it's similar to the Sasha Banana, because I believe they discontinued that, if I'm not mistaken. Now that I have set my face with my Black Radiance palette and my Banana Deep powder from Revolution, we're going to move on to the wing. Oh, look at me dancing. Hey, girl. As for my wing, I use Morphe eyeliner. I am not perfect with my wing. In fact, I am still practicing on being perfect with my wing. I really don't have any tips for the wing. I just say do what's best for you, do what's easiest for you, because as you can see, my wing is never perfect. Well, it's not perfect. I think the wing is something in the makeup world that takes some time. Okay, so the eyeliner is on, and as you can see, my face is beat, honey, and we are not even done. We are going to move on to the eyelashes. I used eyelashes from my local beauty supply store, and basically, I put my eyelashes on off camera. How I apply my eyelashes is applying the glue to my eyelid as a eyeliner, letting that dry a little bit, and just placing the eyelash on top. It works like magic. Now that I have applied my lashes, now it is time for me to go into my Morphe face palette and apply my blush. I just love those lashes. They make me look like a Barbie. Oh my goodness. But in this palette, I will be just using the blush out of this palette. I actually just got those palettes, so I haven't used them. And I just tap into that, smile a little bit, and apply my blush. Look at that. Bomb. Alright, so now I'm just going to go in with a clean, fluffy brush to dust off all that excess powder, and then I'm going to go into highlighting. I use Master Chrome by Maybelline, and I use the brush M451 to highlight my face. Y'all, this highlighter is bomb as heck. You can find it in Ulta, you can find it in your local drugstore, but it's very inexpensive. I paid $5 for that, but it is just bomb as heck. Alright, so now it's time to set my face with my favorite setting spray in the whole wide world, Morphe Mattifying Continuous Spray. If you have not tried this spray, I suggest that you go get it. I highly recommend. Give 5 stars, 6 stars, because it just sets my makeup so perfectly, and it keeps my makeup in place for about 24 hours. No lie. I line my lips with a NYX brown brow pencil. It's either a brow or a lip pencil, whatever it is. I line my lips with it. I like it. It glides on, and it gives me like a throwback 90s feel. This is my completed look. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow my Instagram at DMVCHLO.